Hello, everyone. My name is Veronica Denny, and I'm the instructional coach at Tartesso Elementary School. Welcome to Parent University. I'm so excited to be able to get the chance to teach you a little bit about our testing and why it's important. Today, we're going to learn about the assessments that we take, what the data tells us, and some important test taking tips for your children. One of the assessments that we take is the Galileo Benchmark Assessment. We will actually be taking this for grades 3 through 5 next week, October 10th through the 13th. But all of our students at Tartesso do take computer-based Galileo benchmark assessments sometime throughout the year. Kinder and first grade take math benchmarks, second grade takes reading and math benchmarks, and third through fifth grade take math, reading, and science benchmarks. The purpose of the benchmark assessments are to help the school measure students' growth and achievement. Galileo assessments are completely aligned to the state blueprint, which helps us significantly in preparing for our state testing at the end of the school year. It also helps our teachers to know if the students are progressing the way that they should throughout the year. So, what does the data that we collect on these benchmarks actually tell us? The data tells the teachers which standards the students have successfully mastered. Galileo gives a score for each student that focuses on ensuring that all students are on track to achieve at least 1 year of growth or more. So when we get the results, sometimes it's a little bit confusing. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood the difference between a percentage versus proficiency. So the percentage is a number that tells us how much out of 100 the kids scored. Since our assessments are not out of 100 questions, the percentage your child scores on the benchmark will be determined by the number of correct answers divided by the total number of questions. If you are looking at the score in proficiency, it is telling us that the person or your student in this case, it's so showing us what ability or skill they are at. So proficiency on a benchmark helps teachers find out if their students have learned the knowledge and the skills that were taught in class. So what are the proficiency levels? Just so you guys are aware, we like to look at the data for proficiency. We don't necessarily look at the percentages because that is a little bit confusing. We are wanting to check out the proficiency levels. So I wanted to give you guys the definition for what those mean so that if you are told that your child is proficient, you will understand the meaning behind that. So a highly proficient student is at a level that indicates they have a strong understanding of the subject matter and they can perform well at related tasks. If the student is proficient, they have a solid academic performance for each grade assessed. Partially proficient students demonstrate partial understanding of the knowledge and application of the skills that are fundamental for proficient work. Minimally proficient students indicate that they have minimal understanding of the content. These students are highly likely to need support to be ready for the next grade level. So proficiency, how does that work and how does it look in data? So our school does look at proficiency levels for each student, not the percentage. A student who is highly proficient or proficient is on track for the next grade level. Kids who are partially proficient, we are wanting to give them support and help them continue to move forward. And the kids who are minimally proficient, we are needing to give additional support to. So what are some test taking skills that you can do to ensure that your kid is ready for their test next week? The first one is anytime before a test, please make sure your child is getting a good night's sleep. A good night's sleep is to make sure that your kid is getting at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep if possible so that they are rested and able to focus during the test. That would be putting them to sleep hopefully around 8 or 9 o'clock, not too late. Make sure that they're eating a healthy breakfast. It will help their brain work better. You can either eat at home or you can eat the free breakfast that is available at school. Make sure that you're encouraging your kid to show their work on the test. Remind your kids that they are always able to have scratch paper, and it's very important that they work through their problems to make sure that they have the correct answer and that they didn't make small mistakes. Encourage them not to rush. Galileo and AASA are not timed, so they need to be taking it seriously and try their best on each question. Encourage them to check their answers. If they make sure that they have all the right answers before they are able to submit, they might find small mistakes that they made in their scratch paper, and they are more than welcome to make those adjustments and corrections before they push that submit button. We are so excited for our testing and the results that we're hoping to see next week. We know that the kids are going to do a fantastic job, and we are so thankful for your support and for any help that you can give us on those test taking strategies to get the kids ready for next week. Thank you so much for your time, everybody. Bye.